Hello. In this video I am going to show you how to repair walls that have different types of damage, bubbles, popped nails, cracks, holes or damages in a corner. This type of problem can be caused by the poor condition of the support. Maybe we are speaking of a very weak, very thin layer of plaster or a dead plaster. To diagnose it, to know the state in which we have the support, we are going to do a little test in the wall consisting of the following. Let's mark in one direction and in the other. Next, we are going to brush it. If, when we pass the brush, we see that most of these small cells that we have created remain, we have a support in good conditions. On the contrary, if when we pass the brush, we see that the drawing we have created is blurred or the cells we have created come off, we have a support fatigue, a support that is not in very good conditions. So what we are going to do is clean up this area. To clean it, we will use the putty knife to scrape areas that are poorly adhered. We already have this area cleaned up, later we will return for repair. Sometimes when we go to paint a room, we have poorly adhered paint. Painting on top of it would be a mistake. Moreover, many times we paint and the paint falls. In this case, what we are going to do is remove that peeling paint or that remnant of poorly adhered paint by passing the putty knife. Other very common imperfections are cracks or fissures. In this case, what we are going to do is open them in V shape. We will pass the point of the putty knife one way and the other. We have opened the crack in a V shape to have a well-consolidated surface and that the filler that we are going to put next has enough tack. Here we can see holes made in the wall, old blocks, etc. In the same way, we will remove the part that is not well adhered. We got to the corner. In a room, the corners are one of the places that suffer the most: scratches, knocks, popped nails, etc. If we had any popped nail, as we have done so far, we will remove it with the putty knife. Here we do not have any type of popped nails. Therefore, we will repair it with the lightweight spackling. Now we are going to apply a primer. We already have the dry primer. Next, we are going to give a spackling paste that provide us with a smooth and resistant finish. To apply the spackling we will use a wide spatula, a tapping knife. We must apply an adequate layer of spackle, without exceeding ourselves, because then it will involve us much more work to sand it. Since the surface was already dry, I have sanded it, dusted off, and then I am going to give a second coat of this spackle. We already have the wall dry. We are going to sand it to remove the imperfections that we may have done with the spatula. We are going to use fine sandpaper to avoid scratching the wall. Then, we are going to clean the dust. Once cleaned of dust, I will give it a primer. We already have the wall dry. Next, I am going to apply an interior paint that has a lot of resistance to rubbing and a great covering power. It is ready. Renew your walls. As you can see, the repair is simple.